this is Lisa Feldkamp for VM205. I will be doing a microhematocrit for packed cell volume analysis and total protein analysis. So I have a sample of appropriately collected blood in an EDTA tube, and I'm going to gently invert it. Yeah, but I love their food. They have such good comfort food. 6 to 8 times. And now, because my hands are pretty shaky today, I am going to gather it into a syringe. And this is going to make it easier to get it into the capillary tube. Leave some of that in there. And as you can see, shaky hands. Oh, and I already got a couple of these microhematocrit tubes out. So, I'm going to use the blood from the syringe. It's just an air bubble. I'm going to draw this up by capillary motion. Oops. And I don't usually make this much of a mess, but videos make me nervous. I'm holding that, and I will clean up later. Floor. And I'm going to get my clay on here on the bottom. And I'm going to set this here and make a second one so that I can balance out my centrifuge and so that I have one to double check. It is not wanting to draw up that blood. I think I have enough in the other one, so I'm going to go with this to balance that. Okay. Now I'm going to take these two microhematocrit tubes. I've got my centrifuge set up here. I'm going to put them so that the blood is to the outside. And so that they're across from each other and balanced. And I set this on top, put that in place, and lock this in. Went too far, trying again. Okay, now it's locked in. Close this good. And we're going to run it for 3 minutes. It goes all the way around. Okay. I'm continuing with the microhematocrit. I'm going to read the results. So I'm opening up the centrifuge. It's completed spinning for the appropriate time. And this one had more in it, so it's going to be easier to read. Going to line up the clay at the bottom line and then the top of the plasma with the top line. Oh, and sorry, before that I'm supposed to say I would visually guess that there's about 60% PCV in here. It has a pretty clear plasma, a small buffy coat that looks normal, and the blood looks pretty normal to me. Red, not too dark, not too watery. Okay, so lining this up, and I am getting about 64 on this card for the PCV. So now I'm going to bring it over and figure out the table protein. So using the microscope slide, I'm going to score it above the buffy coat so that I can get the plasma. Oops. Should still work. Just going to be careful not to cut myself on that. There we go. I actually kind of want this part because I definitely have plasma over here. So, going to got my refractometer here. I'm going to try just tapping it, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to use some air to puff it out. Oh. Actually getting a fair amount on here, so we'll go with that. And I'm going to my refractometer. I need a light to look into. I have to move my mask for this one. For some reason, I'm not getting good light here. I'm going to try over here. And I may not have gotten enough because I'm not seeing a line at all on here. We can stop the video. Oops. It takes air to do it, silly. It does not want to go. Actually having but I have put more of the plasma on here and now I see a line and read it.